Not sure why I would had my music set so loud, but sure, I'll take it. Pretty good track, regardless. Alright. How's people doing? Twitter's still saying my bit rate's a little weird, but I'll take it. I'm assuming people can see in here and we're good to go. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, we're continuing with Wet Scars today. Which, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I don't know why, I feel like it's coming along nicely. I think partially it's like I got really into this base. And, the actual painting of it's coming pretty good. Like, I was able to do this today, not today, yesterday. As well as the base, in its entirety. I had wanted to get its entire torso and legs done yesterday, but yesterday was a little nuts. I'll go more into that later. But, we're gonna be painting, this part today. Actually, I need to not only use the camera for actual painting, but it's just the lighting, because it is very, it's too bright. Yeah, just this, so, like, I can still have my bright lights without blinding all y'alls. Almost there. Okay. Won't be... Yeah, no, that's, yeah, I'm just gonna have to... A little bit. Not too much. A little bit. Oh, the ISO went back up. That's part of my problem. Come on, let's... Reset. ISO's gotta go all the way down. And then EV down a little bit. Oh, maybe I need to go up. No, I definitely need to go down. Okay, well, you can see what I'm doing at least. It's not perfectly color correct, but you can see what I'm doing, so good enough. Alright, moving on. Also, I don't know why my nail is so yellow. I just realized that. In the event. Moving on. There's not really anything in it. It's just stained yellow. Anyway. Oh, oranges last night. I ate some mandarins. That would do it. Alright, so anyway, moving on. We're gonna start with the brown of the pouches. Also, I got... Who's pinging me? Oh. Might have a fun thing next week. Okay. Anyway. Pouches. We're doing pouches. Grab some of this Mornfang Brown, which has somewhat entirely mixed with a whole drop of Flow Improver, so this will be interesting. There we go. Yeah, this is super thin, but we'll get there. And how we'll get there is we're gonna add more paint, more fresh paint to thicken this up. Because I don't want to be here. I don't want to, like, we'll get there in like a half hour. That doesn't seem like a productive use of time. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to put the song selection on random, but you know what? It's in all like the most popular ones that Epidemic Sound offers, so at least it'll be mostly good tracks. Oh, we are getting rated. Holy crap, party of 15. Hey, the painting dad. Well, thanks, Dad. I'm so glad that you finally support my art. Holy crap. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Proud dad here. Amazing. It's exactly what I needed to hear today. Or any day. Really, my whole life. No, no. Just... Man, thanks for the raid, guys. So glad you're here. Hope you guys enjoy a lot of white. I mean, I'm trying to make it a little less white, but, you know, gonna be a lot of white going on. How's everyone doing? How was your stream, Painting Dad? What'd you do? Oh, thanks for the follow, aka Former. That's a cool name, actually. I like that name. You have a finished mini show off. Man, do I have so many minis of these guys. Let's see. We'll do the Apothecary. I like the Apothecary. This is a finished White Scar Apothecary for this commission. This is a huge high detail commission. It's basically a small army. Painted Maul from Stars Legion, finished some dwarves, some... Oh, cool. Maul is awesome. I should see what his mini looks like. Oh, thanks. One of the Assault Intercessor Sergeants, which I'm painting the Assault Intercessors right now. I got... You know what? Here, I'll do this. Lift this up. Yeah. A lot of white scars involved in this commission, and I'm about 2/3 done. So, if you like white scars, you're in the right stream, because man, do I have so many to go through. I also gotta fix... However, I had my camera now. Maul has 2 minis with Darth Maul from so 1 nice Criminal Maul Clone. That's awesome that they have both, because honestly, I think both are awesome characters. I really appreciate that as a Maul fan. But yeah, here's this guy so far. And the base I got going for him. And right now I'm doing his back and ass. Basically. I actually thought of naming the stream that. Gotta get some of that white, parentheses, scar, ass. But, didn't want to go that spicy. Maybe next stream. It used to be even better, but some people thought it was against terms of service, which it was, and I was tired of explaining why it wasn't. What? Oh, what your, like, username? Do you have, like, a better username before? I'm all for spicy usernames, like, do tell. I like them, I like things spicy. I think I need to use a bigger brush for this. This is taking forever. Yeah, let me get... Let's see, it's gonna look kind of like rawhide, so I'm going big brush. Getting a thick one. Just gonna knock this out because we got cooler things to paint than brown. Yeah, this is a great way to start off my streams today because I just started and then getting rated. That's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, now that we got some people in here, what's everyone else hobbying with right now? What are you guys painting? What are you doing? I mentioned this quite a bit on my streams. I better not be the only one hobbying at any given time. Needs to be more brushes than mine going. Gotta hold back the gray tide. Which I am definitely personally losing right now. Like, it's not great. My personal army is Raven Guard. I have about 200 models, of which maybe like 40 of which are I considered finished. And even some of those could use some updates. Like my poor attack sergeant over there with his terrible lightning claw. I really gotta fix that. I am preparing to make Tempesta Scion army. Oh, that's cool. Dude, they got some awesome models. Yeah, I just like their look. Like the actually, like, clean sci-fi look. Well, for the most part. Dude, oh. Edgelord, you don't even know the half of it. Where's, Oh, all my good stuff's, like, in my tournament bag. Which one is this? Oh, this is a pretty good one. I don't just do Raven Guard. That's not enough for me. I gotta make an angry tribal Raven Guard. This is one of my my own intercessors. And I'm currently in the process of making a very angry relic scarrin venator for my personal stuff right now. Yeah, I gotta unpack that stuff because I don't. It doesn't look like I'm going to be playing any games anytime soon, so I should probably have those guys, like, ready to show at some point. But, yeah, a lot of my, like, newer stuff, by newer, I mean painted this year, has, like, you know, feathers, skulls, bone weapons. Very kind of like Soul Haunter, if you've seen that guy's stuff. Kind of inspired by that, but I was kind of like starting to lean into that before I found that guy's stuff, and that was just like the nail in the coffin of like, yep, I'm doing this. I'm going from like clean Crusader Raven Guard to just full on we are here for your skulls because vengeance. I am making a mess out of the weight around this, but it's fine. That's all gonna be hidden by stuff later. Not even a big deal. There's this one section that needs to dry so I can cover it in, and I can call the Mornfane Brown done. It's right in the it's right in there. Annoying. Best part of the stream, watching paint dry. Because really, actually, no, I'm wrong. There's the tops of the pouches. That. I swear, English is my first language. Top of the pouches I gotta fill in. So, not like I'm gonna actually recognize the name when you tell me, but which subfaction of Scions are you doing, Former? I mean, there's like maybe like 2 or 3 I might recognize. Not because I remember names, I just remember that I will remember them when I hear them. It's still doing that annoying, like, just spreading the paint underneath because it wasn't fully dry. Alright, you know what? Well, that dries. I'm gonna do the metal on the bottom of the holster real quick. Because, there are 6 of them. Well, like 6 sub-factions? I thought there were more. There's definitely gotta be more. Or I'm thinking in the lore, actually. There's probably only like 6, like, rules. By the way, this is, warning. This is a coffee mug, not a brush rinse cup mug. My own design. You can actually get your own mug like that through... Well, the Linktree link is in there. That will get you to the shop, but basicallytabletop.com/shop. You can find my merch. 7 in game. That's about it. I just remember like reading in like the lore, well, Wikipedia. Back when I used to read the Wikipedia, there's dozens of sub-factions. Kind of like how it usually goes. Some of them even had color schemes. Yeah, actually no, I think that's right enough now. I just want this brown done so I can move on. Oh yeah, well I'm just mean the ones that are named and have artwork, you know? Like, something you can actually, you know, replicate on the table, in theory. There we go. I think, okay, I can call it done now. Jeez. It's just really annoying. Just like, I just want to move on with the brown done. I'm gonna do the Medal of the Bomb of the, pistol holster now, as, right after that I need to do... Actually, from there, I might jump over to doing the black of the soft seals, because if I do that, then the highlights, then I can null oil everything that needs to be null oiled in just one go, and that just seems the most efficient. You know, efficiency is usually nice. See, I'm hoping, by the way, Former, you still haven't told me the name of the sub-faction you're doing. The secret? Secret project? Yeah, like I was going to say, my goal is today to knock out this back and leg, glue it to the front, get it on the base, and then, I would like to complete one of the arms on stream, although I think that might be a little ambitious. Probably start one of the arms. I'm pretty sure I can have this all done before the end of the stream. I only stream for 2 hours at a time, so I still have a lot of other stuff I need to juggle currently. I can't invest more time into streaming just yet, unfortunately. At least not in a single block. I'm using third-party models and creating my own lore for regiment. I will be using Lambden lines for regimental rules, those that everyone uses. Dude, awesome. I actually love third-party stuff. Whenever I finish the Scarrin and probably the Storm Raven afterward, I have some third-party Space Marine models I want to get to, some characters. From Wargaming, actually. Managed to win a couple characters in an Instagram giveaway. And they're really cool. Especially the Tech Marine. Although, ironically, I got the Tech Marine right after I finished my Primaris Tech Marine, so like I wasn't ready to just jump right into painting another Tech Marine. But probably gonna do the Terminator Chaplain. I keep forgetting what the other one was. I keep forgetting if I got the Captain Terminator or the Librarian. I'm pretty sure it has a Thunder Hammer, so it's probably a Captain, in which case I'll probably do the Chaplain. That might actually have use for a Chaplain in Terminator armor. I'm using Feudal Guard made by Brexit of the Maker's Cult. I am gonna have to look those up just because they sound cool. I want to see them. They look super sick. All right, that's it. I'm looking up. I gotta see. Feudal Guard, Brexit, Makers, Colts, and my caps lock is on. I don't know why. Sugar. Dude, they made an ATTE effectively, like just about for the Valor Core. That's so awesome because they made literally like an ATTE out of the Transport Walker. That's amazing. I love the Clone Wars, man. That's yeah. I'm trying. I just keep seeing a lot of the vehicles in the Death Guard ones. I'm trying. Oh, here we go. Feudal Guard laser. Oh wow, those look amazing. I love those. Dude, that's gonna be awesome. I want to see those when they're done. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep me updated on those. That looks great. Dude, those look so awesome. They look like yeah, they look like knights with like laser guns, literally. And I don't mean like Space Marines. I mean like knights, like stepping out of Dark Souls. Oh, where's my OBS? I need my screen. All right, where are we at? Yeah, that's done. Okay, black. Get some Abaddon black here. I would be using matte black from Army of War Painter, but I just want to get through this Abaddon black and just get the pot out of my rack. It's almost done. I'm thinking by the end of these white scars, it'll be done. I just had a thought. Let's see. I'm hoping sheer coolness and models will hide how bad at painting I am. Well, to be fair, you could just go like full feudal knights with it, and just like airbrush or can spray them silver, and then just do like trimming or like panels with their like regimental colors. So they're just mostly metallic. It's kind of hard to screw up like actual metallic too bad. But I just had a thought. So space, I don't know if this is how white scars do it. No, they do the companies through the markings on their leg, but I was just thinking like if they did standard company like shoulder trim instead of the red or white. If they did like with 5th company with black trim, so white armor, black trim, would that look cool, or would that just look like Zebra Marines? Although, actually, now that I think about it, isn't that just basically the Rift Stalkers? That might just be the Rift Stalkers. At least Rift Stalkers 5th company. For those that don't know, Rift Stalkers are a Indomitus, not Indomitus, a Ultima founding Primaris only Raven Guard successor. They're mostly like just sheer black armor. Want to try and learn to use underpainting and speed paints. Zebra Marines sound cool. It's straight up Zebra Marines. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how much people know about this, but like zebras in like real life are vicious creatures. You don't mess with a friggin' zebra, you'll die. It's not as bad as some of the other animals on the Sahara, but like, yeah, zebras still nuts. Yeah, remember, they're related to horses. Like, seriously. Oh, thanks for the follow, Basalt. Thank you. I just remember there's a puddle of airbrush full improver on my palette right next to the black, and I just keep like swiping into it, and it's making this very wet. I don't appreciate it. A little too wet, too moist. Wow, we're at 30. Okay, Twitch is being weird with me. Right now it tells me I have 39 followers, but every time I go and look at my insights or my home dashboard, it tells me I have 38. So 38 or 39. We're getting close to that 50, guys. Very excited. I know we're steadily pushing up the concurrent average viewers. We're about to, I mean, after today's stream, we'll almost certainly cross over 2. We've been seeing in like the 1.8s and 1.9s for a little while now. Gotta get that affiliate so we can get you guys some bits. Got some fun ideas for bits. Oh, you got it, Former. I appreciate the lurk. Absolutely. Thank you so much for popping in and chatting. I'm excited to see your scions whenever they're done. Yeah, I'm just gonna black that because it's gonna be shadow anyway. Screw it. And not sure why my internet's having problems, ironically, of all times. How dare. I daren't appreciate it. Ugh, jeez. Why am I dropping to like a gig a second? What is this? Black magic. Oh, and I think we're back. Aha, we got the green lights. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Just we're a bit of an internet spike. I have a wired internet connection, and I just kind of unplugged it, plugged it back in for a second, and see if that fixed it, and it did. Holding solid at about 6 gigs. Sweet deal, guys. All right, back to it. On the plus side, I gave the black some time to dry, so we can go in with our next coat and knock that out and move on to highlighting the black. And we can non-oil a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, yeah. Get to the highlighting. So how I do the black soft seals on these guys. Have it on black. Then highlight the ridges with Dawnstone. Then non-oil it to smooth it all out. Which I actually repeat on the stones that I put on the bases. So it's kind of like a continuation there. So I don't know why my palette cam is so far down. Pulling out some sable for this. Monument Hobbies Pro Sable Size 0. For my into little bits kind of reach. I'm not worried too much if I hit the sides of the white there, because that's all going to be hidden by highlight layers later. Not a big deal. I can just focus on getting these ridges just right. So after non-all does its work, it's all going to be super smooth and clean. This is kind of a cool track. Sure what's going on exactly, but I'm here for it. Yeah, it's coming along pretty well, actually. I don't know what it is. This specific intercessor has been mostly real clean where it counts. Just everything just seems to fall real nicely for this guy. Oop. It's gonna be mostly covered later as well, but that's annoying. Of course, I say something about it and I jinx myself. Now I'm like scraping the freaking brown off. There. That'll be enough to cover the parts that won't be covered by other highlights later. It's all good. Now we're gonna grab these side ridges here. Yeah. Oop, got a little bit in there. It's fine, that's what the null oil is for. Sweet. Awesome. Alright, so now we null oil all the soft seals. We can also null oil the bottom of the holster there, and I also put a little bit of null oil around the bottom of the pouch flaps and a little button thing to shadow that a little bit, and it comes out real nice looking. This one I did the other day, or I finished the other day. This is a good example of how the null oil really makes the pouches pop. Yeah, you back out a distance and just, yeah. I still gotta take pictures of this guy, actually. Try to hit that sometime today. Alright. No oil. Let's use size. Yeah, size 1 synthetic. I just dropped into my palette. Make sure it's good and clean. So, I'm gonna be honest, my Nolan oil here has been thinned slightly because for a little while I was messing with airbrushing Nolan oil, and I had a little bit of like flow improver in there to help the airbrush itself, and the excess went back in the pot, so it's slightly thinned, but it's actually ended up working out pretty good. I like how it flows now. It darkens a little less, which actually gives me more control. Darken it the amount I want, and it doesn't grab nearby surfaces as hard. Like, still pretty much like liquid, but not, just a little bit less. So that's actually been kind of nice. But yeah, I put a little Nolan oil right on this indent right above the holster cap. Also, if you look closely, I didn't get the brown super thick down there, but you're not gonna really be able to see that much, so it's not gonna matter massively. It's fine. Yeah, shades around the button, shades underneath the flap. Yeah, it's good. So while that's drying, there is a little bit of areas that the white could get cleaned up a little bit before we move on to doing the whites, which we're not getting at quite yet because we're going to finish up the holsters. Which will be highlighting with Rakarth Flesh and then doing a top coat of Contrast Skeleton Horde. But yeah, we got to clean up a little bit of the white before we can move on to the white. So I may as well do that while the Nolan oil is doing its thing. Also, it's kind of a weird track. The reason this thing is to be cleaned up is because it's not gonna really get hit massively by any of the future steps, but it will create cleaner shading when that happens. I did mess with the bottom of the brown a little bit. Let's see if I can just rub that off. A little bit. Also, I just realized the bottom of that box pouch is not very filled in. I don't know what it is. I'm really feeling this track right now. Yeah, it's turning up a little bit. Alright. Yeah, the normal oil on the pouches have pretty much dried, so we can move on to that. I'm gonna set the... Noticing the focusing jumping around a little bit. I'm gonna set that to manual, so it's always about there-ish. Alright. Let's get some record flesh going on. Going back to my size 0, I probably would use a size 1, except my size 1 is kind of screwed. Usually the first one to go. I should really just get a replacement for that one brush, because I kind of screwed it up pretty early on in its life. It's actually my second pack of these. Again, Monument Hobbies Pro Series, Sable. I love them. My favorite synthetics right now, actually, I did get a pack of their synthetics. The synthetics are okay, but actually, lately, my favorite synthetics have been this Artist Loft pack that I got as a Christmas gift last Christmas. And they've been pretty good utility brushes, not gonna lie. Like that thick round one I was using for the brown earlier. I used that for doing shading larger things a lot, like bases, for example. The really big ones I use for usually brushing, stuff off in general. Yeah, cleaning brushing. The what do you call it? The small ones I've been using for just like base coating and broader highlights a lot lately. Just resetting my brush a little bit. It's getting a little crusty. Okay, so I got the basic highlight down. Now what I like to do is just get a little bit of like light dry brush action, almost like controlled. I'm just roughing it up a little bit to get that rawhide look after the contrast does its work. I just want a little bit of texture happen. Of course, on the cleaner bits like the sides here, it's a little harder, so you gotta be even more like aimed. Doesn't look like I'm aiming, but I've already done like over a dozen of these. Over here, actually, you can like barely see, so I'm just spend time on that. You can see this a little bit. Alright. Now they're little I'm trying to get so you guys can see it. Ooh, very bright. Too bright. Fairly roughed up. Now we're gonna top coat them with skeleton horde contrast. I'm gonna grab one of my artist loft synthetics for that job. Once this sable actually comes clean. Yeah, clean, and it's got some conditioner on it to help shape it more. Let's see. I don't want the super thick one. I'll grab the... Is it size 0? Where's the size 1? Here we go. Got a slightly thicker body than the size 0. I mean, honestly, there's really not a crap load of difference between the size 1 and size 0 for these artist lofts. Here, I'll actually show you. Nope, that's it. Actually, yeah. Here's the... Okay, so... Like... Which one's which? Granted, these aren't all super shaped right now, but yeah, that's the size 1, that's the size 0, that's the size half. Like... Alright, sure. Whatever. Whatever you say. It's more like they're all size 1s, they just have different size, like, bodies on the bottom. Alright. Skeleton horde contrast. Right before I get to that, I'm gonna change this. Okay, sure. That's a little weird. Okay. Cool. So, when that dries, I'm gonna help spread this back up a little bit. Don't want collecting too much on the bottom there. That'll take a good sec to dry there. While that's drying, I am going to switch to first step of the white. I am going to get the size 0 because it does have a better tip for this whole thing. First step of the white is actually Apothecary White Contrast, which you're going to use this as a recess shader. I'm also going to turn this down a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna pop this everywhere there's a recess, and it's gonna be a little on the wide side, and that's on purpose, because this is actually gonna be part of a two-step shading gradient, in addition to a two-step highlight gradient, and also I call them trenches, like deep indents on the armor, these little plates and stuff. I know, so basic, Nux. Can't even believe it. Just basic techniques. Gradients. Let's get to the perfectly transitioned shading from white to shadow across the whole thing with like a non-metallic style, like sheer white. Oh man, that would be such a nightmare. So, from watching you paint the white scars, I've started a Renegade White Scar Army. Amazing. Excellent. You can now share in my pain. I demand you use the same painting technique as me. Like, come on, you gotta be an expert on it by now. Come on. How many hours of me painting white scars have you watched? Too many, that's the answer. There's plenty more to come. I'm not joking when I say I'm gonna be painting these until like probably around Christmas before this entire commission's done. Too far to count, man. Yeah, no kidding. You missed some excitement earlier. We had excitement on the stream. Although your ammo pockets and such are better with, what did I miss? So pretty soon after I started, we got raided by the Painting Dad, which of course immediately I just threw out a million, you know, proud dad jokes, but you know, came in with 15 people, got a few new followers, new fans, and a few of them are still lurking now, really helping towards the march to affiliate. This is that gutter ASMR, isn't it? Yeah, drain pipe looping in the rain. Let's just not do that. You know what? I'm just gonna start it back up on the top of Popular because those tracks are actually slapping. Alright, anyway. Okay, so the pouches, which actually I think I put the contrast on a little thick, to be totally honest. But, Mornfang Brown, highlighted, no, actually, no, before the highlight. Mornfang Brown, then Null Oil, right around the, right where there's still, like, collection of the contrast currently shading it. Which I probably should have done more. I just shoved some Apothecary Way in there. No! Actually, you know what's good? I was just saying how it's too, I shaded too much with the contrast, so I'm gonna fix this right now. We're gonna make this nice and rough looking again. This is how you just kind of go with the flow sometimes. That bit right there has gotta get darkened now. Maybe I can just knock a bunch of it off. Yeah, there we go. I can re-highlight it. It's not a big deal. Anything painting you can fix with enough time and determination and, you know, lack of a social life. Wait, what? Okay, so Mornfang Brown. No oil along the bottom of the pockets and around the button right there. Then highlight with Rock Art Flesh. And then I'm gonna say oh yeah, part of the Rock Art Flesh is just a little bit of, after you do the normal highlights, go back while your brush is now dry and just give it a little bit of roughness to give it that rawhide look when it's done. I know the light keeps like reflecting right off it, so it's like real hard because it's kind of wet right now. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see it there. A little bit of roughness, you know, over all the surfaces. Then a light top coat of Skeleton Horde contrast to finish it up. 4K Atmosphere OST is pretty good to chill to music. If you haven't heard already, I'm using Rhinox High Rock Art Flesh highlights and Agrax. There you go. That's totally legit right there. That's like the classic version. My thing is I just don't have Rhinox Hide. And these, I think I started with using Agrax on these initially, but I found they were coming out like a little too dark for my liking. So I'm using Epidemic Sound because in theory, if there's ever a point where Twitch looks at my stream, I can't get hit with something for the music. I know a lot of people just listen to whatever they want on Twitch, but technically, you're not supposed to. So if ever there was a problem, they could nab you on that. I'm ensuring that I will not be nabbed by that point. Eventually, I did learn this. I don't know if that was you present for it, but I was talking about how like a bunch of my YouTube uploads from here, and even my tutorials that use Epidemic soundtracks, because I'm using only own 3D's license instead of my own license now. Apparently, the license I had before was a commercial one, because I originally got it for business purposes, because my other business on occasion makes business media like trailers and stuff. So I was using Epidemic Sound's music library, right, for commercial purposes. Then I get own 3Ds, and they're like, oh, you know, it's for $5 more than you were already paying a month. You can get all the streaming stuff plus Epidemic Sound. What I didn't know, and that Epidemic Sound has since cleared up why I was getting copyright claims on all my YouTube videos. Not strikes, just claims, which means I can't monetize them. Apparently, the own 3D's license is a personal one, it's non-commercial. So at some point, when we start getting a bit of revenue through the stream here, I'm gonna have to get full Epidemic Sound license again, which means then we can monetize the YouTube vids. Not that they get a ton of views, but some of them, weirdly enough, I don't know why. One of them has like 170 odd views right now. No clue why. There's nothing that really jumps out about, while the other ones are like 5 and 7 and 8 views and whatever. That one for some reason just hit a nub. Hit a people were interested. I don't know. Maybe someone accidentally put it on loop and just left it. I don't know. It doesn't have a lot of watch time on it. It's weird. In any event, the tutorials would be the main thing that I'd be looking at monetizing for ad revenue anyway, because they have a good chance of getting a lot of views. But moving on. It all comes back to helping the stream, though, is the point. Helps, you know, helps you guys keep getting content instead of me having to spend more and more of my time doing other stuff. Alright, so what was I talking about before that? Music, right. It would also help me in actually setting up a better, more consistent selection of music, because I'd be using Epidemic's actual interface, which is a lot better than own 3Ds. Not gonna lie. Their interface is kind of buggy and garbage. Like, consistently having problems with it. Half the time I'm late for a stream is literally because I'm wrestling with it. Get some music playing. pretty rough. Any regard. But yeah, that raid was actually awesome because I'm looking at the stats currently and how stream has gone thus far. This is going to get me very close to hitting 3 concurrent average. Let's see. All right, so yeah, I can go back to the Apothecary White. So, what are you actually painting right now, Nux? I know I just kind of went on a ramble there of back office administrative nonsense that no one cares about. Hashtag streamer problems. Just squad of 5 and a rhino tested out, to be honest. Oh, it's totally fair. Yeah, I want to see how they come out. Are you, I keep forgetting, are you in the Discord? Not sure to either go with the old school red trim and everything or leave it white. So, you can legitimately do either red or white. Both are actually lore accurate. Why'd I put the pot away? I need that. If you're not, hit the Linktree and join the friggin' Discord, you scrub. I mean, even right now when I'm not doing a bunch of stuff in there, I do have some ideas for stuff to spice it up in there, but even right now you still get consistent access to me, ask me questions, get recipes. You see my tutorials as soon as I finish making them, and alerts every time I go live. May go for the red, but as the way kind of looks like it's just been undercoated and that's it. I mean, that's totally fair. I do have one guy that has a white trim. It's not a trim, it's more like it just didn't have a trim. One of the bikers. Can I reach it without getting up? Actually looks okay with this recipe. Here we go. It's a biker sergeant. My fine paintbrush is also split swing until I get paid on Friday to start something else. That's really fair. This is the one shoulder pad that does not have a trim, so it's all white that I've done so far for these guys, and I think it came out pretty good. It's very subtle, but yeah, no, it looks good, I think. Oh yeah, just this bike in general just came out like amazing. I'm really proud of this Sergeant, Outrider Sergeant. The freehand came out exquisite. The skulls came out really good. I really like this guy. It's kind of making me think I want to figure out how I'm gonna get a new / different photo scheme thing. I'm thinking of trying to get a white setup. However, I'm also wanting to get my printer up and going again and start printing terrain and take pictures of my guys, like in terrain, like ruins and stuff. Because I already have a bunch of files. I just gotta get my Ender Pro up and running again. Oh, I forgot there's a wire down there. Oh, that's gonna take me. It's only gonna take me a minute. Random armor wire. Exposed armor wires. Why are there exposed armor wires? Ever. Or tubes. In either case, everything should be inside the armor. Like, is that something important? Like, can someone just, like, snip that and then the guy's screwed? What is that? Why is that? We thought this was a good idea. Think, man, think. You can't just put mechanics of your powered armor outside of your armor plating. So all the red that I do that isn't some kind of that isn't like the markings, like the squad company helmet markings. All the other reds, I use the same scheme of corn red, wild rider red highlights, and then red ink top coat. The other markings, the freehand stuff, that's that like flat medium red. That's actually wild rider red, and then the red ink top coat. Which is actually like way easier to do. But by the time I like figured that out for the first Intercessor Sergeant, I had already done a bunch of dudes. So I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna go back and make all of them that recipe for the red. I did do it on my Raven Guard Intercessor's shoulder trim and try it out, what that would look like. This is Wild Rider Red, then Red Ink top coat, and Wild Rider Red as a very subtle highlight. And I do think that came out pretty good. So, if you want to do that as a flat red somewhere, that's an option. I'm gonna do this whole wire with this one brush. I don't know why that sounded like a fun thing to point out, but it did. In my head. Yeah, I need this dry faster. Yeah, that should be good. This red ink still good, kinda, since we watered down a bit. So now, we still got a bunch of time left. Just dumped a few pics before campaigning, all very super WIP. Alright, cool. This also reminds me of a thing I'm thinking of starting to do. I'm kind of stealing this from JW Painting, but like it's a legitimate like idea that I think probably most painters, streamers should do if they're going to do stuff like kind of like what I do, where I try to teach people painting stuff. Is I'll probably make specific channels for it. So there's ones where you can put it where you want it to fall into this, and ones where you can kind of just keep it within the Discord. Having segments of the stream that I actually pull up all the stuff posted in certain channels, like the painting channels, and featuring them and talking about them a little bit. If you want me to pull up these on stream right now, I could do that. But I am going to take a quick look at them right now. Let's see. I like the arrow on the rhino. Is that freehand? That's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty nice. Like art direction wise, you know? Judge much. Dude, I judge everything, man. Like, you just do it. Say what you think. Be honest. I do that last one. That last one looks great. I love the modeling done on that. That's really good. Yeah, no, the art direction on this is great. Yeah. I want to see these done and refined. These are really cool. I never really thought about how good Chaos White Scars keeping like the same color scheme would look. They look really good. More people should do this. I want to see some heretical white scars. Like, let's go. I know my Raven Guard really like skirt the line, but you know, mine are basically that, just not mutated. It's a difference. Alright, I like red stain like a bunch of the white here, but all the other stuff that's going to be happening to the white should clean up most of that. I'll just clean up whatever's left. It's not a big deal. Yeah, right? Okay, I am noticing that this dried weird right here. I gotta fix this somehow. Looks like it's still a little malleable. I wonder if I can weigh it down and just like remove that. I don't know why Skeleton Horde's giving me such a hard time today. It's usually just a like one and done, like set it and forget it type deal, but it's been going really bonkers. It's like taking up way too much time. I think I'll keep the mostly white thing, but add the red markings every now and again saying that. Yeah. Like, you got me wanting to try to paint a model like that and see what I could do with it, just because it looks fun. I'll try like actually scraping. Oh, actually, this is coming along. Oh, I was just saying it was starting. It was kind of coming away pretty clean, but now I gotta fix that. Speaking of heresy, this is pretty heretical right now. Not gonna lie. Although one red pauldron show allegiance to the red corsairs. That makes sense. That seems like a an allying that would happen. I can see how that would work well, seeing that Sons of the Khan have thought well of the Astral Claws before. Referencing the Mantis Warriors. Oh, and the Executioners. I'm pretty sure both of those were Oh wait, no, I think the Executioners were Imperial Fist successors? With black trim. Makes sense. I'm not liking this track. I'll move on. Okay. Yeah, I gotta redo all this up here again, because for some reason today... Man, everything else in this guy was going so smooth until I hit this pouch flap. Jeez. I just messing around with Dornian Heresy ideas before I mess around, and remembering painting white scars I've always enjoyed. You enjoy painting a white scar? I mean, to be fair, I got some PTSD about it, but you know, PTSD that's ever growing. I am PTSD in progress, as far as white scars are concerned. This pouch is really sending me back on this. Ugh. It's a little odd, but now turning up with white scars and bikes along with flesh hounds is awesome. That does sound pretty cool. I'd imagine their foremost rivalry with other Chaos factions is with the Emperor's Children. If you're saying them within standard 40k, like they're just like maybe a company of White Scars that as a whole went full Chaos. Alright, while that's drying, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before, which was about to do the Iron Breaker highlights, which is gonna be on the holster cap and the buttons on the pouches. Tip with highlighting, easier to push, like easier to start precisely and push away from where you don't want to mess other stuff up. That's why I was doing all that at very weird looking angles. None of this we have a bone to pick with the Imperium, rather come play pirates with us, free loot. They're just like trophy collectors. They just wanted more trophy rights than the Imperium was giving them, than the Codex Astartes was giving them. What's so easy at the moment? This is just Ironbreaker. I have some fancy silvers, but I'm not going to use them on this specifically. In the base, it's just Lead Belcher, Null Oil, Ironbreaker. The Citadel standards for metals. Gotta get past this track, I'm thinking. It does remind me a little bit of like Mass Effect 1 soundtrack, but it's not hype enough. Alright, I'm throwing the randomizer. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I have all these things. Goo! It was too easy. Got some of that flubber. Dude, when are we getting flubber marines? I don't even know what that would look like. It's just like it's just translucent green resin prints. Not even painted, just left exactly like that. Flubber marines, just everything's flubber. Maybe paint the weapons. It'd look weird, but eh. This is probably a terrible idea, but it's been had now. I did get a little bit of Iron Breaker on the brown, but you know, I don't know if you can even call it a distance. Kinda. Yeah, whatever. Nurgle dipped in Tesseract glow and left in the paint pot. Just left in there until whatever adheres. Oh man. How do I have like, speaking of Tesseract glow, that's the one everyone uses, and somehow I have 3 different green or greenish like effect paints, and none of them are Tesseract glow. I got a Hexwraith Flame, I got Warp Lightning Contrast, and Aethermag Blue Contrast, and somehow I completely missed Tesseract glow. Say man, sploosh damn Iron Breaker all over my tank, and I failed to try to turn it into battle damage. Yeah, not here. I don't know what it is. Battle damage is one of those things that, like, I find really hard to do, like, to paint on. Hexwraith is pretty awesome. It's kind of, constantly competing with a Scorpina Green, whatever the other hell that is, Vallejo game color. This stuff is amazing. That's how I did the green in here. It's just white inside and then black painted around it, and then the whole thing just filled up with that green, like, because it's pretty liquid. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I also did on the screen here. If it's not already that liquid, I probably just liquidized it more. I just thinned it down more. Liquidized it. I liquidized the paint. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't speak English, clearly. Alright. Yeah, I can fix that flap now. It's just annoying the crap out of me. Just... You ever seen an angry table? Because of my brand name, and it being my name on Discord, like, it's kind of become my, like... In my other servers, where I'm just, like, my casual servers, when it comes to, like, game nights, I always go by I'm a table. It's kind of become my, my calling card is just a table. Actually, yeah, the couple times I played, Among Us, my character was brown, like wood, and I had a banana peel on my head. Like a banana peel left on a table. It's pretty funny. It tickled me. Got put through a table by a drag queen once. That's hilarious. Wasn't on purpose, but wow, that's quite a statement. It sounds like one of those, like, one sentence, like, D&D stories, because it's so, like, just out of nowhere. Like, the combination of things in it is just ridiculous. I'm gonna do some spot null oiling to redarken that. Because I just realized I need to do that after I highlight it. So I'm gonna use the same fine brush to stick some null oil exactly where I want it. You know, the tip on this brush is all of a sudden real whack. Right up in there. Push it up in there, especially darken a little bit of extra highlight that I got in there for no. Pretty dark. Pull a little bit. This side, I think it's a little too much. There we go. Perfect. All right. That should be good now. The pouches should be done. Done with this contrast nonsense. Anyway. Ugh. Alright, back to the white, back to making progress. Ugh. Went into a pub quiz with a couple of friends and she was the quiz master. Somehow baby dolls were being thrown. I called one, she went for it and landed on top of me whilst putting me through the table. We came last in the quiz but got free tequila. Worth it for the tequila. That is... Yeah, that's a wacky story. Huh. Anyway. you know, wackiness. This track, yo. Oxygenize. Yeah, that's what I need. I'd say some oxygen. Enough of that. Anyways. Yeah, it's... I say that a lot. Yeah, it's just like... It's a funny story. It's just weird. I'll first see you breaking off to bed, my man. Have a good brother. You too, man. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the chats. I'm excited to see the White Scar stuff. If you... Yeah, I'm gonna put up some channels specifically to upload stuff to get shown on the streams. So if you wanna show those off to other people, you can pop them in there later. They look great. I'm really liking how they're coming along. Oh yeah, you know my stuff's coming. I don't know what it is. I hate posting work in progress pics. It's just a thing with me specifically. It's a me problem. Looking for? Oh yeah, my thanks. Have a good day, man. This recess highlighting is going kind of wonky, not gonna lie. It's splaying out. I wonder if this is my old Zero. Yeah, the other one's the better one. That's why it's going wonky. Fortunately, this is the back, so it's pretty shaded by the backpack anyway. So, for reference, this recess shader is a 2-1-1 mix of Apothecary White, Black Templar, and Lamian Medium. And it's just making the dark point of the gradient I mentioned a while back before that pouch fiasco. That shading gradient. Or it's really predicated on really getting in there right into the corner with a real thin, fine line of it to have the desired effect. Ooh. Got that, yeah. Down here. Also, in case anyone was paying attention, I did not Apothecary White shade around these intake outtake plug holes of this. That was kind of on purpose. Only going to do this layer shading and then maybe a little bit of cleanup after towards the end to soften that a little bit. But yeah, that was on purpose. Yeah, I think that step's done. Next is the trenches, which are going to be using Black Templar to fill the trenches with. I'm starting to think that pouch thing has made so I'm not going to have this part of it finished before the stream ends. It's disappointing because I really wanted to mount this guy on stream. I guess I guess people tuning into the second stream will be able to see that. Yeah, it's pretty, that one's pretty messy. That'll get cleaned up more later. There's a lot of wrenches on this piece. Alright, that's all the trenches. Time to start with highlighting. There's no way I'm gonna do all the highlighting on this and clean up in, what we got, 15 minutes? Hour. It was a good stream regardless. My Corex way is very gunky. Usually needs to be sent down with some flow improver. Alright. To begin the highlights. This is Corex way, which is being used. This is like a standard highlight. We're not really going to be focusing on the edge so much as going alongside the edges. The edge highlight will be white scar afterward. What this is going to do is that the Corex white is going to de-highlight the edges. And the white scar is going to pull them back up again. And it's going to create an illusion of highlighting in the standard way. But not really in reality. track is nice, but too mellow. Eh. It's very retro, sure. Gonna have to redo some of that Black Templar later. All good. Usually how it goes. Also very retro, but like a different way. Whoop. Tap my brush. That was good. That was a hard part to get good angles on cam. Alright. Well, it's fine, because in a minute or so, I'm gonna stop this, and as is our way, we got raid today, so we shall raid another for certain. Didn't quite hit the goal we wanted on painting. Mainly this bit done, and then, mounted on base with the front, but made pretty good progress. Most of that pouch fiasco screwed me, but eh. I'll definitely finish this bit off stream, and starting with tonight's stream at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, we'll definitely be moving on to the arms, I think. If not, I've had one of the arms already started anyway. Yeah, just wrapping up this step in the highlighting. So I think just this panel remaining. Alright, cool. Alright, and that was exactly a 2-hour-long session. Alright, let's find, actually, before we jump to that, thanks for hanging out. This has been, basically tabletop painting stream, painting white scars. Still, Soul Intercessor. And, all my links are currently sitting in the chat. Website for commissions, the shop for merch, and the Linktree for all my socials. Including Discord, which I greatly encourage you join the Discord, as you'll have constant access to me. And, alerts every time I go live, and pretty soon I'm gonna start showcasing people's posts and talking about them, and giving insight and advice on where to move forward, because I'm really big on teaching teaching painting. So that'll be soon. And then, as of currently, Discord's free. Cost you nothing. Alright, now I'm gonna start looking for... Who are we raiding today? Been a while since I've raided. Gotta remember how to raid. Is anyone I know on? Not really. Alright, alright. So, let's go into the Warhammer category. See who's about. Any smaller ones doing anything fun? Oh, we got someone paying a Nightbringer. It's looking pretty awesome. Let's do that. You've got Ryan. Alright, alright. You've been designated. I'm just gonna wait for my ads to run out because I don't have Twitch Prime. And then we'll jump in there. I might have possibly should have done this the other way around. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. It's like two, like, really long ads. Like, really? Jeez. Okay, now we're in. Alright, let's go, people.